The Roger the Wild Child Show is brought to you by our friends at Prism Design Company. Are you looking for a cool new logo for your business? Do you need some graphics for your new website or blog? Our friends at Prism Design are a premier graphics design company that can handle all your needs. You can find Prism Design Company on Facebook or contact them directly at 618-534-4291. All the great graphics on the Roger the Wild Child Show are brought to you by our friends at Prism Design Company.
This is Tim Kelly from KICR Indie Country Radio. Along with my Vice President Don Swartz, we invite you to listen to Today's Country with Tim Kelly every Thursday and Friday night live at 7 p.m. Central Time from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. We play new country's best by indie artists like Darren Morris from the Darren Morris Band.
Lightning flashes across the sky. I see that sparkle in her eye. She likes dancing in the rain.
Marin Taylor.
I know a girl who's asleep about you. No girl can hardly breathe around.
And Dylan Carmichael.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
You can listen to the show on our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Roger the Wild Child Show.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
Hey, y'all! It's time for Roger the Wild Child Show.
Come on!
Here we go again. It's another fun-filled edition of Roger the Wild Child Show with your host, Roger the Wild Child, and the Feed Mill Guy. Plus, weather with Frankie McDonald. Nashville music news with Elise Harper. And party time with Moonshine Shenanigans. Yeehaw! Let's do this.
It's Roger the Wild Child Show!
Hey, what's up, everyone? How y'all doing? It is Roger the Wild Child, and we are ready to go. Along with me is the Feed Mill Guy, Darren. Hello.
That's me. Hey, everybody.
What's
All
up,
right, man. Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited about tonight here.
Oh, tonight's going to be an awesome show. We have such great guests. The Moonshiners are here.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not going to have Elise today. She's actually doing a duet, recording a duet right now with Charles Eston. So she won't be doing the news this week, but she'll be back a week from Sunday because of Valentine's Day. We will not be having a show. No, not Valentine's Day. Super Bowl. We're not having a show. But we're going to talk about your Valentine's plans here in just a second, Darren. I do need to make a show note, though. I do want to make a show note. It is sad. I'm happy and sad, but I have to make an announcement. Unfortunately, Deborah Driggs has left the show. Okay. So I do. I want to say she's left on great terms. She's releasing her book here in the next couple months.
2 weeks.
And yeah. So yeah, she's got to focus on that and developing her brand. So unfortunately, Deborah has too much on her plate, and we talked, and she decided that she needed to focus on that. Now the door is always open for Deborah to come back. It's sad to see her go, but happy to see and excited for her at the same time because she's getting ready to launch that book and she's gonna be super busy. So, for everybody out there want to know what's going on, that's what's going on with Deborah. So there's no bloody divorce battle going on between us and her.
No. We're not the ex-husbands. No,
not at all.
No, we love Driggsy, and you know what? I mean, it was probably really kind of crazy for her to, try and make the decision too, as busy as she is. We're so close that it was, hard. But anyway, we want the best for her. She wants the best for us. And we can't do it, spinning as many plates as everybody's spinning. So we love you, Driggsy, and we'll be around. She'll be on. She'll be like, coming in here and there and jumping in. So
Exactly.
Nothing's
She'll
permanent.
be back on the show, and she says she'll come back and fill in as a guest co-host, and when her book comes out, we'll interview her and promote her book. So
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
So a lot of love for Driggsy.
Yep.
All right.
Love you, Driggsy.
All right, so let's move to business here. So,
Business.
Darren, you got some big Valentine's plans going on with your wife Cindy.
Well, I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up because I'm one of those like weird dudes that never does the right thing. Like, wait till the last minute, go find a card, get some flowers or something crazy. But this year, I was on it, man. I had this stuff planned out. My wife deserves the best. Yeah. So
she does. And what are you going to do for her?
Well, everybody's got to keep this quiet because she's not watching this. But if it gets back to her, so everybody's got to keep this on the down low.
Anybody out there that knows his wife Cindy, please keep it quiet.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody this, but I've got some big plans. I mean, I'm going way beyond the Call of Duty this year.
Okay.
So I'm starting off. I'm taking her out lingerie shopping for starters. Okay.
Really?
Oh yeah. At her favorite store, Dollar Tree. Yeah. Dollar General, Dollar Tree, maybe Five Below. They have really incredible stuff there. So we're going to start off there. And then I've got to take her out for like in some insane meal, man. I got 3 places I'm conflicted over.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, okay, you can help me with this. One of them is going to be either the Golden Arches.
What?
Yeah. Well, my second choice is Popeyes. They have drive-through. And I got some coupons. I got coupons for that one.
For Valentine's Day.
And so, and then Crystal Hamburgers. Have you never heard of that? That's like
I've never heard of Crystal Hamburgers.
So, so once we get into that environment, man, and we do something that high end, and I really considered, the Palm restaurant and, some gnarly steakhouse, but I just thought, she deserves the best. So anyway, let me pass that up. So we're going to hit that. We're going to hit that place. And then, of course, I got a room at one of the nicest hotels that you can get. And the Super 8 is incredible.
What?
Yeah. The Super 8 hotel is incredible. And don't forget, instead of chocolates, I got her, you ready for this? She doesn't know this yet, but this is going to be it. I got her ice cream sandwiches, mint. Yeah. So this year, it's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be all on. Anyway, don't say anything. That's what I'm doing.
I'm not going to say nothing. Trust me. I'll let her
She's
be surprised.
She's going to be so surprised because every year it's the same old stupid thing. A little card, I love you. You're my soulmate. Here's a cute little flower from the gas
Cliff
station.
Hill goes, what? No steak and shake?
Well, that was an option too, but I didn't have enough coupons for that. Yeah. So yeah.
Thea Renee says Crystal is like White Castle.
Well, that's exactly right, man. I mean, come on, that's high-end burger time right there. What is wrong? Yeah.
And Cindy DeGeorge says you went all out, Darren.
Yeah, I did, man. This time I'm like
all this for under $50. Okay.
You know what's great is the lingerie at the Dollar Tree. It's insane. Right? It's like some incredible stuff, man. I'm just telling you. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Anyway.
Darren, you're going to be sleeping with the dogs. Thea Renee says.
I do anyway. So anyway. We'll get into the group chat in a little bit and get their opinion on this stuff. But I don't know why everybody's being so weird. I'm being serious, and everybody's like mocking me. You're going to be sleeping with a dog. It's like, listen, I've never done anything this nice for her. This is like me really going out of my way. So
right.
Anyway, that's okay. I can handle it.
All right, let's say hello to the chat room today. Checking in today, we got KICR Indie Country Radio. Tim is joining us. Also, Don Swartz is here. We got Millie Kane here.
Oh, wow.
Mom and Dad here in Arkansas.
Okay. Mom and Dad.
We got DDA is here.
Yeah.
He's checking in. Don Swartz is hitting up in the chat. So feel free to pop in on the chat, just comment or whatever. Make sure you guys are sharing us on Facebook and YouTube and everything else. So yeah, make sure you guys are sharing us so that everybody can be able to follow this.
Can I share you, please?
Please.
Okay.
All right, so let's get to business. I think we got weather coming up here. So Frankie, let's go.
Frankie, the weatherman. Frankie, the weatherman. Who? Frankie. Who? Frankie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie McDonald.
Oh yes, it's time for some weather. Frankie, you're out in
Sometime later this week, it's going to bring cold temperatures all across eastern United States. It's going to turn warm later this week all across eastern United States. It was so hot in California. It's around 90 degrees Fahrenheit in Southern California. Caused a lot of Santa Ana winds right now. It was really bad. Caused a lot of fires in California. As right now, there's so much fires going on in California. It's really hot there. As right now, then we got another polar vortex coming all across the eastern United States. It's going to drive cold air all the way down to Florida. That's going to cause a big East Coast storm possible next week. On Valentine's Day in New York City and Boston and Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. It's going to bring a lot of snow once again.
Good Lord. And those Santa Anas, man, those Santa Anas, I'll never forget them. They are terrifying, to be honest with you, because I grew up out there.
Over in New York, they're getting a lot of rain and snow mix. In the UK, they're bringing snow somewhere in the United Kingdom later on this week. And it's going to bring more snow in Japan because the cold air is in Japan too. Over in Australia, it's really, really hot. Same with New Zealand as well, and South Africa and Argentina. They're really hot. Caused a lot of rain in Venezuela, Brazil, and all these places. Vancouver, British Columbia's warm temperatures above freezing. Anchorage, Alaska, and such strange weather. And because of the polar vortex, and that they're getting really, really hot weather down northern Chile in the desert. They're getting a lot of rain in Colombia with thunderstorms. Venezuela, Brazil, Ecuador, Peru, and all these places. Bringing a lot of thunderstorms in Congo, DR Congo, Uganda. Indonesia's in the rainy season right now. They're causing so much rain in Jakarta, Indonesia, Java, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and all these countries. And a cyclone just hit Madagascar, Africa.
Good Lord.
Dang.
Wow.
Got
Did you leave it? Did we miss something here?
Yeah.
I think we got it all, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, I never got a chance to follow. I guess a few weeks ago, what happened with the groundhog? Did he find his shadow or no?
He saw his shadow in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Did he really?
Yes.
That's where the groundhog was.
I got big news for you. International Space Station's going to crash in the year to 2031 somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in an isolated area. The final cargo goes on the International Space Station in 2030. In September 2030, the final crew goes on the International Space Station before it crashes the year later. Once they have to evacuate all crew and cargo on the International Space Station before it crashes in the year to 2031.
That's insane. And you heard it right here on Roger the Wild Child by Frankie the Weatherman. I mean,
and I heard NASA's plane, they're going to crash the International Space Station somewhere in the Pacific in an isolated area where no man's land.
That's crazy.
That's scary, actually.
Yeah.
It's starting in 2024. They're going to gradually get rid of some of the state after the time. They'll be disconnecting all the other things a few things at a time up in the International Space Station. They'll be undocking some of the things in the International Space Station. It's going to take year by year by year.
Frankie?
What?
What's your source?
I heard the news. I seen it online. And NASA's plane is International Space Station is going to crash in somewhere in the Pacific Ocean in 2031. In September 2030, the final crew goes on the International Space Station in September 2030.
He's not going to tell you the sources. He'd have to hurt you. You know, I mean, come on. You know.
So, Frankie, where's your cowboy hat?
It's at home. That means, and that's my cowboy hat is at home. That means tomorrow I'll be taking a picture of myself wearing a cowboy hat with a handstand. I got a tripod thing, and I got something to hold the camera on the bleachers.
Like, I got to. Are you going to be on the bleachers doing a handstand, like on the first row, or are you going to be on?
Oh, it has a countdown option. Then there'll be 10-second option. That means when I take this picture, I have to count down 10 seconds and then they have to 10 seconds to rehearse it before to take pictures, not by itself.
Wow.
Yeah, I told Frankie I need a headshot with him, a cowboy hat for the website. And so he's like, yeah, I'll go get one. You know,
that's perfect. I can't wait to see it. I want to see you do that handstand on the bleachers, man. That's
right. Come on.
Insane, man. Are you going to have like a Canadian bathing suit on or something, or like a Speedo? Canadian Speedo or something.
And did you hear about that? Over in China, they're getting really cold weather in the Olympics.
In China?
In China.
And I
For
know
the
an
Olympics.
astronaut, Chris Hatfield. He's from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Chris Hatfield. He's a Canadian astronaut. He's been up in the International Space Station.
Awesome, man. Look at that.
Awesome. There
More
you go.
information. Well,
All right,
on.
Frankie. We will see you a week from Sunday. What are you doing for the Super Bowl? Are you going to watch it?
That means the No Roger the Wild Child show for Super Bowl.
No, there's not. No.
You have a prediction who's going to win that Super Bowl, Frankie?
LA Rams, because it's close to your area.
Okay. Well, that'd be good enough. There's a lot of people that want them.
All right, Frankie. Thank you.
Best of luck to you. I'm Frankie Down. You're listening to Roger the Wild Child show.
Thank you.
It's time for Moonshine Shenanigans. Watch out!
Oh, yes. There they are.
Hey, y'all.
It's
Howdy,
party time, y'all.
It is. It always.
I don't know where to look here, man. I'm so excited. I'm like, everybody's got such big smiles, and I'm like going, do I look down there? Do I look down there? What's going on here? This is great.
I really enjoyed the weatherman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frankie's
That's
so much fun, isn't he?
We love you, Frankie. How y'all doing?
I taught him everything he knows. So, you know, I mean, he's got a good base there. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I can't remember my last name sometimes or what the heck I did yesterday. Could you imagine rattling all that off? What a genius guy you got to be able to do that.
And
Absolutely.
So excited with so much happy. He just radiates. Just
He does.
Yes. The excitement in his voice.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fun to watch.
Don Swartz says, hey, shenanigans.
Hey, Don. Howdy.
Hey.
Hi, Don.
How's your mom and them?
How's your mom and him?
How's your mom and them?
Hey, Don. So how's your mom and him? Oh, here we go with that. How's your mom and him?
Hey, we want to shout out to the feed mill guy for all these Valentine plans that he has for his wife.
Yeah. Don't be jealous.
Well,
You know.
I was actually going to say, if we don't hear from them next week, then we know why.
Hey, I got the idea of the golden arches from y'all the other night. Just
Yes.
eating them because I thought, man, the worst case scenario is I take her to the Dairy Queen and get the chocolate dip ice cream. Like that's a special thing right there.
That's high class right there.
It's not
It
ice
sure
cream.
is,
On
man.
Valentine's Day, you need the chocolate dipped ice cream.
Right.
Yes.
From Dairy Queen, man. Forget Jenny's ice cream and at $18 a pint or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Well, I have a question because on big occasions, Biggin will let me upsize it. So if you take her to Crystal's, can she get the super size? That's all.
Don't you get if you go to Crystal's, don't you get 12 of them little Crystal burgers for $5.95 or something?
Yeah, man, I love Crystals.
Oh God, do you like them little onions on there and all that crazy stuff?
No, I
I
don't.
do,
Yeah.
yes.
See, that's the
I put
only thing I
ketchup
don't
on
like.
them.
Yeah. Do what?
I put ketchup on them.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Ketchup.
You
I
put ketchup on everything, don't you, Maudie?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Up
yeah,
here
you
in the
put-
Northwest, we got fry sauce. Okay, so we
Fry
always dip our
sauce.
fries in fry sauce.
My God.
Yeah.
That's fry sauce.
I bet
I
y'all
like
throw.
to dip my fries in my milkshake.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I bet y'all throw, ketchup on your swirly cones too.
We do ranch.
We
Right.
ranch dressing girls.
We do ranch in the country.
Right.
Ranch on my pistachio ice cream. Yeah.
Where is Biggin?
So Biggin is on his way back from the still. So
Oh, is he?
wanted
Okay.
to make it, but he had to go make a moonshine run. So and he should be coming in any minute. I'm hoping.
Hey, when business calls, business calls.
That's
Gotta
right.
Deal with it. That's what's
Absolutely.
inside.
Keep on shining.
Right?
That's right. Keep on shining. Let the good times roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah. So y'all are
So we are currently in Savannah, Georgia, at
Okay.
a truck stop. We are headed to the 52nd annual Everglades City Seafood Festival.
Okay, are you sitting there? Are there truckers around you?
Oh yeah, loads.
Okay, walk over to the truckers and start talking to them.
Well, I'm not about to walk up to the cab because you never know what's going on in there.
That's true too.
No, if
That's
this,
He's gonna
We're
think you're a
packing.
log lizard.
Yeah.
Let me get in that truck. $20, girl.
Yeah, you don't want to get up next to that cab door.
Yeah. Be careful.
We're sitting on the bench, freezing to death.
freezing
They
to
say
death.
you
What's
gonna
the,
do
temper- what's the
Good
temperature over there?
The
My
things we do
goodness.
for Roger and the Wild Child show.
I know. I mean, come on. I appreciate it.
My
Love
God.
for you all. Love the shenanigans.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're really excited about this festival coming up.
Yeah, what
Yes.
you got going on this weekend? I know we're not doing our show, but you guys have a big party going on this weekend.
Yes, so it's the Everglades City Seafood Festival. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They've got a lot of entertainment. Some of the entertainment that's going to be there is Lost Rodeo, Charlie Pace, Hat Trick, Wade Jennings, Southern Stampede, Gator Nate, Hank Williams the Fourth is going to be there. We're so
Fourth?
excited. We really can't wait. And I want some gator bites and some gumbo.
We hear Roger and the feed mill man are gonna be wrestling alligators at some point.
Yeah,
Naked.
that's what I heard.
Naked alligators. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I might be tempted to put on my leopard skin Speedo like Rod Stewart does. I mean, that's a
I
look
was already
that-
planning on doing that. You can't copy me. Come
Now
on.
that
you
should
know.
be the Valentine's date right there. That's what you do for Valentine's Day.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do, Medusa? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some like flesh tone Speedos with a "Kiss Me I'm Irish" green lips on the back of butt,
Oh,
and that's I'm gonna wear that. I know that's getting everybody going and exciting. Don't get too. I'm taking, so calm down,
All right,
everybody.
it's hard, but we'll try not to.
Back, Deusa.
Oh my god, man! I
Oh
don't
my
even look at
gosh.
myself walking past the mirror anymore. You don't want to see that. Good lord. Anyway,
All right, ladies, have fun at your party this weekend, and we will see you a week from Sunday.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
There we go. Moonshine shenanigans, y'all.
Oh man, what a funny group of gals.
They
man.
are. They're so hilarious.
Oh,
They're
my
so much
goodness.
fun. Too bad Biggins wasn't there. He's a blast too.
Yeah, but the girls can hold their own too. I mean, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so much fun. Good lord.
And
That's the way all
accent,
women should be.
Yeah, that drawl that they got going on. It's so redneck of them.
It's
Yeah.
the spirit though, man. I live in the South, and it's funny, these girls in the South, man, it's not that big high maintenance thing. I mean, it's like fun, make them laugh, they're good, and they're beautiful too. So I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it's
they're
a whole other
gorgeous.
story.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, guys, it's time to bring on our first guest. Oh yes. Yes.
He loves-
He sang the
he
song.
loves-
Yes.
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 Oh,
Please welcome
You're killing me.
former Nashville recording artist and morning DJ. Here he is, Mr. Chad Brock.
Hey guys.
yeah.
God,
Hey, buddy.
I don't know how to follow any of that. I
hard to
really
follow,
don't.
man.
It
Hard to
truly
follow.
is, and especially shenanigans. I can't follow any of it. Frankie too. Forget it. Forget
Oh
it.
yeah.
I got to say hey to my daughter Kennedy and my son Cameron. They're both watching right now. So
Oh, are
Awesome.
they?
Hey y'all.
hey,
Cameron Kennedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice
What's
to
up,
see
y'all?
you. Nice for you to see us. I mean, I'm saying nice to
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah, we're not seeing them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
she's
to
in-
have you
She's
here.
in college in Birmingham, Alabama, at Samford, and he is still in high school. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's great to have them checking in with us and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
So you have an interesting career, and it began before you even got into music.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were a wrestler for WCW.
I was.
Yeah.
But here's
And-
the story really goes, and the truth about it is that I got signed to Warner Records Warner Brothers in '94, and their one little rule about that was, hey, we want you to wrestle for WCW. And I went, you want me to do what? No, seriously. And that's exactly what happened. And so that was a Friday. A Monday, I made that phone call to WCW. And that Wednesday, I was in camp in Atlanta and throwing up because it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you, my bones hurt to this day from all the stuff I did growing up. And that's why no more. No
and
more.
that is quite, the deal breaker. Like you're like, oh man, I just want to get a record deal. Yeah. And you finally get one there. By the way, you got to do some wrestling. But here's the thing. You'd be like
right?
You're like some kid today. We'll sign you, but you got to get in there and do some MMA. Like, okay, really?
Yeah. I'm out. The crazy thing was that I wrestled, got injured pretty bad, and actually had to get retired from WCW. But I still had the music to fall back on, and I was lucky enough that I had hits. And then all of a sudden, children. And that's when I said, no more.
No more.
Radio is the place to be.
I'm a former radio DJ myself. I did top 40, country, AOR, alternative. I've done it all. I was a stunt boy for a morning show, and and all that fun stuff. Radio's a blast, but radio is not what it used to be back in the day. That's for sure.
No, it's a little bit different. I do a morning show in Columbia, South Carolina for 94.3 The Dude, and I have a great partner in Meg Butterly, who has won a couple ACM awards. And so Meg and we started this thing about 3 or 4 months ago, and it sounds like we've been together for 25 years. And so I've known her.
You
got to
have that chemistry in radio. I mean,
and
you have to it's like a marriage.
It is. It truly is. I call her the work wife. I really do. And she's a great friend, and she's a great morning show partner. And we are going to be syndicated. We're starting right now in syndication. And there's a lot of stuff.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Come to Boise, Idaho.
I'd love to. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. I know that you did mornings with Cletus T. Judd, right?
I did. Yeah. I did 5 years. Well, Cletus left after a couple of years, but I worked for WQYK in Tampa for 5 years. Loved it. I absolutely loved it. And if the economy hadn't fallen like it did, I think maybe we could have stayed there forever. But Cletus is, I don't know if he's doing radio now. He was, but I have no idea right now. But I get a chance to talk to him every once in a while. I follow him on Facebook and watch him. But I'm just up here. I'm having a blast. I am back to having a good time again.
And if you ever need Frankie McDonald to be your weatherman for your morning show, he'd be happy to do it for you.
I tell you what, he is a wealth of knowledge, isn't he?
He is. He really is. And Frankie's amazing. He's been with the show with us for since last summer. So with me, and he's got a good following, and he definitely all of our fans really enjoy Frankie.
Yeah, he looks like a good kid. He really does. He really
does.
No stone left unturned on that one, man.
Oh,
God, my God, man.
Yeah. It's always good. Always
great. So Chad, so what city are y'all in now?
We're in Columbia. We actually live in West Columbia, South Carolina. Is where I'm at now.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you were down in Tampa for a while. Is that right?
I was in Tampa. I lived in Nashville 20 years.
Okay.
And I loved it. I mean, I do miss Nashville, but it has changed so much. I mean, you blink your eyes and it's something different. It's going up in Nashville, and something is downtown, and it's crazy down there. Yeah. It really is. Yeah.
I was down there a few weeks back. I was on Broadway, and it looked like mini Vegas,
Oh, it totally is.
Right.
Yeah. Nash Vegas.
Is. Yeah,
it really
Vegas. And I get asked so many times, what do I need to do to get a record deal? And I said, well, one thing you don't need to do is ask me. The next thing you need to do is make sure you live in Nashville, because if you're not there, it ain't going to happen.
I can get anybody a record deal, two for the price of one at the garage sale. That's a great deal. That's a good record deal.
Yeah. But, I get asked all the time, sit music all the time. And I'm kind of brutally honest with people. I really am. I like, there's some I go, don't quit your day job, please. And there's some I go,
us in radio too. So
absolutely. Yeah.
You know
what? Everything's all automated now. So it's like, voice tracking and
Yeah, it is.
automation.
It
and
is,
live
yeah.
radio is just not what it used to be, So
No, I tell you, I had a great time. I was the fall guy on the show, if you know what I mean. I took the blunt
You
of
took all the
everything.
beating.
I did,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
did.
okay.
Same here. Same here.
That's all right. That's all right.
So congratulations. I guess you just recently got married and she said yes.
Yes, she did. Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Wow.
Tracy, she's here.
Is she?
We're
Hi,
she's
Tracy.
she's not she's not in the room right now.
Oh,
but
okay.
She's probably she just got back. She is a sports massage therapist, and she's incredible. She really is.
Awesome.
Now, in high school, you played football.
Oh yeah, I did. I played ball till I couldn't play anymore. And I was a little bit too slow to play college, but I signed with a small school in North Carolina called Gardner Webb. And about a week before I was supposed to go, I got a phone call to start singing in college. And I did a little stint with a group called the Variations in college. And it wasn't my thing. We were doing a lot of dun, 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 and I hated it. I just, that's not my style. And so I was always the country guy, and I couldn't read music, kind of faked my way through it. And next thing you know, I moved to Nashville at 28. And that's 30 years ago. 30
Crazy,
years ago.
ain't it?
Yeah,
it is.
In 1998, you came out with your first hit, Evangeline.
Yeah, I did. That's my son dinging me right now. But no, I did. Evangeline was a hit that should have been a bigger hit. I had a lot of people on radio go, whenever you put out your first single, a lot of times they kind of dance around it a little bit because they don't know you and they don't know, we like the song a lot, but I don't know. And I got a lot of guys who who played Ordinary Life, which was I still consider it my number one record because it was number one in Gavin, number 2 in R&R, number 3 in Billboard. So I still had a number one record with Ordinary Life. And, but a lot of folks don't count Gavin. I do.
You do.
But I do. Yeah, I do. But that was cool. I mean, but Evangeline was probably my favorite song to play live. It's country, and I love it. Yeah, really is.
You know what's weird though? It's like, why don't you just play the damn song and let the listeners decide whether they like it or not? It's like, I mean, I know y'all are DJs and everything, but I mean, at me as a guy that's just a music freak and lover and musician myself, it's like, okay, I understand, there's signs of the times and, there's things that are going on and you got to ride these waves and go with the flow. But if you're already in the flow and you're part of that time frame, it's like, play it, man. Yeah. I mean, it's not unusual. Like, play it, but I guess that's just the power of like the guys above, like, well, we don't like that one, so let's not play. It's like, let the people listen to it and find out.
That's the power of the program director,
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And that's okay. They played the next one. And then all of a sudden, yes was which
huge. Is actually one of my favorite country songs, and it came from you. And it has a lot of memories for me. And I was doing country radio at K-Fly Country in Bullhead City, Arizona. And when that song would come on, I would crank up the speakers in the studio, and I would just be singing on the microphone like I was Chad Brock. But now I'm actually talking to Chad Brock. So yeah.
Buddy Cannon, who produces Kenny Chesney, produced that record with me, along with Nora Wilson, who's passed on. Nora was just the funniest human being on the planet. But Buddy Cannon he still texts me and said, sonically, that song sounds just as good today as it did, back then. It was just a good sounding record. And I knew I had a hit the first time we wrote it in 45 minutes.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. And walked in, I had an idea, and then Jim Collins and Stephanie Smith, we wrote it. Boom, it was done. I was supposed to get on the bus actually I was supposed to fly out to California, to Orange County, California, to play a show. And instead of flying out, I got on the bus because I wanted to work the song up with the guys going out. We played it that night 3 times. We had to because people just freaked out. I had a board tape. I walked it into Warner Brothers and said, "You wanted a hit? Here you go," and handed it to my guys. And next thing you know, we put out "Country Boy Can Survive" the Y2K version during that time, and it went crazy on radio for the few weeks that we put it out. And after that, Yes came out, and boom, went all the way to 19 weeks, went to number 1. So I was lucky.
It was an awesome song. And I still think she said yes. I said, wow. She said, when? I said, how about right now? Love.
That's right. Well, look, you go ahead and sing it. I can't sing that way no more.
You can't? I can't sing.
Oh.
It's like I told my friend the other day, it's like I don't go to karaoke. I go to karaoke because when I sing.
I'll tell you a funny story about karaoke. When Yes was big, I found a version. I was somewhere, I don't know, Kansas or something, and we had a night off, and I walked in, I had a ball cap on, and I walked up and I looked, and it was there, and I sang it, and old boy said to me, "You're pretty good, but you ain't no Chad Brock." And I said, "Thank you," and I walked out. And I've never sang it again. No, I sang it one time.
That's hysterical. I love it, funny, man. You know what's funny is it's an interesting story. So my brother told me one time, my brother was the lead singer of the band Chicago for 32 years, the tenor lead singer, Jason. And he goes, I got into this elevator and this guy looked across. He didn't quite know who I was, but he goes, "You going to the concert tonight?" And Jason goes, "I sure am." And then I go, "Well, have a good time." And he goes, "You too." And I was like, that was it. He goes, and then he goes, that guy was somewhere out there, man. He must have seen me up there. Not for Jason's ego, but it was just this funny moment. Like, I just had no clue who this guy was. And he's going, "Oh, you're going to the concert?" And he's like, "Yeah, have fun." He's like, "I will, you too."
Oh, that's awesome. There's stuff like that all the time. I mean, I tell you, there's a lot. I'll tell you a funny story. I love going back and remember these things. In 1995, when I was wrestling with WCW, we were in Daytona Beach.
Oh, Cameron says, "Looking good, Dad."
Oh, thank you, Cameron. Hey, I got a shout out to Cameron. That's my boy. And Cameron, he's he's like almost 5'10", and he has shot up. It's like last year he was like 5'2".
Oh yeah, so this was the year. Yeah,
they always shoot up like that.
Oh, my
a blink of an eye. I mean, I got 6 kids, and
how many kids you got?
6.
You know what causes that? I guess.
Yeah, he thinks he's Amish.
That out yet.
Yeah, he figured that out. Yeah,
he thinks he's Amish.
I guess so. Yeah.
You're sliding there. You only have 6, dude. You need 10 or 12.
I know. Sorry.
I'm out. Oh my goodness. I got plenty especially with that kid right there. I'm
How old is he now?
He's 17.
And 17. Yeah.
He'd be lucky if I don't get him to 18.
Is he following Is he going to follow your footsteps or?
Here's the funny thing. Both my kids can sing, and both are good singers if they would just do it. Their mama can sing, and I've heard Kennedy when she was 9. I recorded her when she was 9, and she's good, and so is he. He's a ham. Cameron is a ham, and I think he would do well if he just got the courage up to do it. I've always been the kind of guy like, you got to do it on your own. I didn't tell him to play football because I knew that how beat up I am, and with the injuries and stuff I've got now, I didn't want him to feel that way when he got older. But if he wanted to, he could have. Sure. But I want him to do whatever they want to do. That's what my dad did with me.
Well, that's it. And I mean, me playing music and, growing up with it and everything, nobody had to get me motivated to do it. We just loved doing it. And so it was like, and that's fine. I mean, my kids are the same way. I mean, they got the genes, they got the goods, they can play all kinds of stuff naturally, instinctively, but they don't live it and breathe it. So that's cool. They got a better, there's another plan, which is fine,
Yeah, absolutely. Totally, but you know cool. What? The cool thing is, I want both of them. My daughter is going to be a nurse, and she's in nursing school now.
Oh wow! Awesome.
Yeah, she's yeah. And Cameron, I hope will join the Air Force and do his thing and serve our country.
And my son is in the Air Force right now up in Spokane, Washington. So
yeah, that's awesome. And tell him I thank him for doing that, because I think everybody should if they're able to do it. Should spend a couple of years serving. I really do. I think it's a good thing. I do.
Yeah. No, I'm really proud of him. I mean, he's doing a really good job up there. And so he's going to get a new assignment, and he's really excited for the new venture. So yeah.
Out of the 6, where is he? Where does he fall? Is he the first?
He's in the middle.
So how old
he's my oldest son.
Oldest.
Okay, so my oldest is 26.
Yeah.
My youngest is 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
I guess you did
26
figure it
And you
and
wonder why
11?
they call me Roger the Wild Child.
Yes. I
Oh my
guess
gosh.
so.
Yeah. Yeah, gosh. That is something else.
I'm
You
telling
know, raising kids is the hardest job you'll ever love.
Oh my God.
Oh, it is.
You
Yeah.
know?
And the most blessing job, though.
Well, that's why I say hardest job you'll
It
ever
is.
love.
I just heard, I was just listening to Eddie Montgomery's new album, which is great, by the way. And he has a song called My Son on there. And I just sent it to my son.
Oh.
And yeah, I did. It's like, it's one of those kind of songs where you need to listen to it. And son, you need to listen to it too. And I know he just got it. So you better listen, Cameron.
That's right,
And he
Cameron.
ain't
You better listen.
That's what I was going to say. He's not going to listen to his dad, but isn't it funny when other adults tell the kids to do something? They go, okay. So
Yeah.
you better do what we tell you to do, not
That's
what
right.
your
Listen
dad
to that,
tells you.
Cameron. That's right.
You listen to that song, Cameron. That's all. 3 years
Okay.
deep in ROTC. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
he
great,
just
dude.
made first lieutenant. He did. So I'm very
That's
proud of
awesome.
him.
Good job,
Roxy.
Cameron. Hey, Cameron, make sure you subscribe to the show. We'll love to be able to find out your status and what's going on with you and follow your journey. So,
Absolutely.
and Don Swartz says congrats to Cameron as well. So,
Oh, very
Cam.
cool.
Cam.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what we call him, Cam.
Cam.
Well, when I'm especially when I'm mad at him. No,
Cam!
it's Cameron. No, that
Do
was I've done that. It was Cameron. That's what I just his whole life. He's just he's redheaded,
Cameron.
so if that tells you anything.
All right, Chad. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking some time. And I know you got to get up early. You got the morning show to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Early,
Tell us about
early.
your morning show. Tell everybody about your morning show, buddy, really quick.
It's
So, and
actually
can they stream it online?
Yeah, they can stream it online. 94.3 Dude. There's an app. You can stream it online. We're on from 6 to 9, but we will be on, and I'm doing breaks for good. I don't know how many breaks we're doing, 12 or 13 breaks, during the show. And we record at, it's like everything else. We record tomorrow and I do breaks during the day. So we're live here and we're going to be live everywhere else in the United States coming up real soon.
So
Awesome.
in those breaks, are you doing like some like P90X exercising or something like the insanity workout? And then you get
No, I wish. I have
That would
lost
be-
90 pounds though. When I was a lot heavier at one point, and now I'm down about 20. I'm down where I was in high school, which is kind of cool.
you're doing some intermittent fasting and things like that.
Well, I gotta, I have a wife that makes sure I eat right.
Oh, well, that's
God
right, there
bless
you go.
Tracy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, no
Absolutely.
kidding, man. Well, that's
Guys,
great, buddy.
enjoyed it. Y'all take care.
Thanks,
You
buddy.
take
Good
care.
to talk with you. Good to meet you.
And we'll have
too.
to have you back on again.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right, Chad. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take it easy, buddy. Gosh, man, these guys are incredible. I mean, isn't it funny, man? They're just
Yeah.
wonderful people, man. This is so crazy about this. You find out all this great information, but these people, their souls are so incredible, man. It's just wild, man. How
And they're down
sweet.
to earth. They're real
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
it's awesome. And Chad Brock, I was like a huge fan when his song "Yes" came out and "Ordinary Life." I was just like, I loved it, and then I never thought in a million years I would have him on my.
I
show.
know, and you were like sitting there singing it for the guy. That was incredible, man. Like
I
you were
don't
so
have a
happy
singing
just
voice,
off.
and I probably killed all my listeners.
No,
but-
you didn't, man. You know what? They're used to lame singers doing that, so it was perfect. I'm just kidding.
lame.
I'm just kidding. They don't care. It's a it's a compliment. It doesn't matter how
Yeah.
great you sing. When they see somebody singing it, you could be a great singer or a horrible singer. It's still a compliment. And in your case, you're a horrible singer, so it's still a compliment. I'm just kidding. You're not really. Anyway,
But
okay.
maybe I could try to pull off on singing "Drive."
Drive.
Whoa.
Drive.
How about it?
How about it? What's
about
up,
it?
Yankton?
Y'all doing good?
Yeah.
We'd be good.
I love all that extra lighting you got in the background there, man. You are like incredible.
Oh man. Here, is that better?
There you go. There you go. Look at you,
Now
sweetheart.
we can see your face now.
There's that purty smile right there. Look at that.
Ah.
Yankton. Here he
Tom
is again.
Yankton is back on the show. Last time he was kind of driving, and we kept losing him. So we're like, okay, this time you're going to be in your home, and we're gonna not get
right.
disconnected, right? He goes, yes,
With a
Roger."
real microphone.
with a real microphone.
Hey, Yankton, before we get going, I got to ask you this question, okay?
What's that?
And I've asked some other great singers the same question, and they always seem to like gravitate towards the most expensive, which isn't really my point. But like, for example, what's your go-to mic that you love to sing to? That sounds good for your voice, not the most expensive mic. I'm not talking about the UA87 because it's classic. I mean, if you like that, you like it. But what mic does your voice sound the best through for you in what you do?
You know what? I haven't figured it out, but this is a Norman TLM-102. This is the best one I've ever owned. And as far as live, when I go out live, the best thing for me is an SM58, man. It's just like
classic. Yeah.
It's, I mean,
but
people
yeah,
try to improve on it, you know.
So studio, you love that mic right there.
Norman TLM-102. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why is it pull out a lot of highs and mids and lows, or, you know, because some mics are just kind of really top heavy or low, or
it just sounds good. I'm not a gear junkie really. I just find stuff that I like, and I don't analyze it too awful much unless there's something I'm really particular about, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. I hear you, bro. I mean, I'm just kind of got off on a little tangent, but ultimately it's like speaking into it. Do I like this or do I hate it? And if you like it, you like it, man.
So far, I like it. Yeah. And this one's in a I mean, I get like $500 for this Norman. I mean, it's just
incredible, man. What you get
not
for
bad.
$5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
man,
it.
I mean,
so music wise, besides your incredible new tune and everything, you guys going out on the road? What are you doing?
yeah, we got a lot of dates already booked this year. Doing the thing in Vegas about like 5 days at a time out at Resorts World in Vegas. And then it looks like we may have some of the Thunder festivals. And
when are you going to be in Vegas? I may come down there for it.
Next one is March 1st through March 5th. It's
March
like
1st
a Tuesday, Thursday. We go out there, we play 5 days in a row and camp out there for a minute. And man, it's a blast. It's a freaking blast.
I've been in Resorts World, and that place is nice in there. They just opened that up over there.
Yeah, we went back in the summer, and it's brand new. I mean, it's the first time I've probably ever been in a hotel room that it's possible nobody's ever slept in before. It's wild.
Well, that's good.
It's wild to think about that.
You know what's really wild to think about? Like, you know darn well they wash the pillow covers, but how often do they wash the pillows? That's the weird thing, you know? I know I left everybody speechless there because,
right?
I mean, when you think about that, you're like, okay, they got the sheets, they got the towels, it all smells nice. They got their like weird, you know, ozone machine in there to kill all the stuff. But when did they ever wash those dang pillows? I know they got some clean. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. Somebody wants to know, Tom, when the next Generation Radio album's coming out.
DDA on Facebook.
When your vinyl's coming out.
The debut album, the album with the album, it's got me, Jay DeMarcus, Jason Sheff, who you might have heard of, Dean Castro.
Never heard of Jason Sheff before.
Chris Rodriguez. All 6 of us are on there, and it's looking like it may come out next month. I don't have an exact date, but it's supposed to be on Frontiers, and we are supposed to be playing some live dates in support of that. I'm excited about it, man. I haven't ever.
I'm excited for you guys. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it.
Thank you.
And Chris Rodriguez is going to be on the show on the 20th. Chris is coming on our show on the 20th.
Chris is awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
You know, oh, go ahead.
Before I forget, we have a mutual friend that wanted me to say hi to you. Gary Bridges. Gary Wayne Bridges.
Hey, he might be. Are you watching, Gary? If you're watching, like, or send me a text message or something. Nice to hear from you, Gary.
Yep. He messaged me. He told me to tell you to say hi.
Well,
Looking in that crazy, there's some like spammer in the chat thing. Love face, online strips without clothing. No, thank you. Hey, anyway, so Tom, you know, one of the cool things.
I don't know where these things come from, but
we're going to fall for that. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so Tom, one of the things that's cool about the project that you guys did with Generation Radio is that the music that you did and that y'all wrote and sang together on is really, it's like time period stuff, man. It was written around the genre of the time, and when and produced with that same kind of enthusiasm, and that's what's going to flip people out. I mean, that's what's going to be great about that. Not only do you have these great guys like you singing this stuff, but the style of it, it sounds like throwback. It's incredible.
I really hope it does flip people out, to be honest with you. I really hope people I really hope people really get into it and enjoy it. It's some of my favorite songs that I've ever had a part in writing. It was a lot of fun to make, and a lot of fun. I met some of these guys. Some of these guys I already knew, but as far as Dean and Steve, I only just met them through this project. So it's really, really exciting to get to meet some new people and to be in a band with such legendary musicians and people who've had so much success and are loved by so many people and put on some of the biggest records in the world. So there you go.
All right, so Cindy to George on Facebook says, how do you do it all? You own music, generation radio, studio work, and all with a great big smile.
How could you not smile when you get to do this for a living? I mean, what do you...
Right. Yeah. Right.
Cynthia Renee says, good evening, Tom.
Hey, how you doing?
A lot of your generation radio fans that are in here checking it out. So
that's exciting.
I met Tom for the first time when I was in Vegas. Yes.
What's that?
We met for the first time. We talked about it on the last show too. When I met you for the first time in Vegas, when I went to go see Generation Radio on Fremont Street, and yep, that's when we exchanged numbers, and I was able to bring you on the show.
Right on, man. I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you. And I know that you're about to come out with that new. Is the video out now for Drive?
No, it's not out yet. It was supposed to be out on January the 21st or something, but we had a little snag with it, but it's done. It's sitting in the can waiting to be released. And I think it's pretty good. I'm excited about people seeing it.
Should we tell them about the cameo of me riding in the car with you, or just keep that a secret for now?
Man,
we'll just keep it a secret. We'll keep it a
bag,
secret,
man.
We'll keep it a secret. Anyway, you'll have to. So let's talk about Drive here, buddy. Let's talk about that one. So with Drive, we talked about that production before. You had some killer guys on that track, and it sounds like it, and sonically it sounds really killer too. But
thank you, man.
And when man. I mean, I don't just say that. I mean, you know what? I know you're playing with all these great guys, but ladies and gentlemen, this dude right here, it hands down is a freaking monster. I mean, honestly, I'm not just saying that, to, pander or anything else, but this guy right here, the first time I ever saw you sing, man, and you didn't know I was in the audience, was when y'all were doing your warm-up gig up there on Broadway with Jason and all those people were there. And you were up there.
That's awesome.
I was there. And I'm sitting there watching you sing freaking, Here I Go Again to an AC/DC song, to like the George Strait song, and going, who the hell is this dude? Like, my brother's a chameleon, man. But I'm sitting there watching you go, this freaking dude, man. I mean, it was insane. And that's who this guy is, man. If you ever get to see this guy, even outside of all this great stuff that he's doing in an environment like that, you've never heard anybody sing AC/DC like this country boy.
Oh, man.
Telling you.
Like this country
and
boy.
it isn't the bluegrass version either. I'm telling you, man, it's freaking rocking. Insane. And
I love to do country music and do it right, and I love to do rock and roll and do it right. And man,
there you go.
Those both of those genres are very near and dear to my heart, man. I came up playing in Pentecostal church, and it was kind of, any instrument you wanted to bring, you bring it in, and if it, find a plug in the wall, plug in your amp too, and it was you could play pretty much anything you want. It's kind of a free for all. And then we had people singing with tracks too, singing more poppy, rocky kind of stuff, and and I've listened to people like Merle Haggard and George Strait, and I also listened to gospel acts like the Hensons and the Mighty Clouds of Joy, and just different people like that, and who were very soulful, and man, it just it just kind of stuck with me. And I even listened to Petra. Remember that Christian band Petra? Yeah, man.
And Striper.
Striper, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, I grew up in gospel music, and like it just country and rock were both kind of like, I don't know, they're like brother and brother, you know, it's like brother and sister and sister, however you want to say. I don't know. Anyway, they're like siblings. It's just they belong to me. They belong together.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but somebody said I'm heading to work. Is it Kayleen Thompson? Is that how you pronounce it?
Kaylee Thompson. Yeah, Kayleen Thompson.
She said, I heading to work. Got to see you in a bit. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway.
Got to see you live for a bit.
Okay.
Continued blessings, Tom, to you and your beautiful family. Keep smiling.
Awesome.
Kayleen, it's good to see you.
Can you play
Tom,
Drive for us?
I want to hear that. But before you do it, really quickly, where did this range come from? When did you realize you had this freaking monster range to get up in these dog whistle notes? When was that point in your life?
I was at a high school talent show in I think it was Lincoln, Arkansas. We call it LA. Lincoln, Arkansas.
Love it.
And my buddy who went to that high school, I went to school, but anyway, we put together his high school talent show, and we did Free Ride by Edgar Winter Group, first rock and roll song sang out, you know, like that. And his mother came to me and said, so pretty much said, you sound better on that than you do on country music, you know, whatever. So she's like, that's your range. And like, maybe I got something here. So I just kept trying. And then about 20 years after it came out, I started discovering, Journey's greatest hits.
Oh yeah.
And I'm 20 years behind, man. But yeah, and then I just gravitated to that, Toto, and I'd already, loved John Fogerty, man, the grit, just the swampiness of it all, and it's that's kind of country too, in a way. Creedence Clearwater Revival has some country elements, country swampy, earthy kind of elements to it, and it's some of my favorite stuff too. So, just
well, that's great, man. I mean, I just had to ask you that question, but anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But yeah, let's go for a little bit of drive here, man. You can do a verse chorus, or you can do as much of it as you want.
Okay, I'll hit the highlights. Now,
do it.
Headlights on, hard rain beating on a cracked windshield. I throw my wet ball cap in the passenger seat, grab the steering wheel. Looking at the sky, you would never even know that it's 6 a.m. Sun came up about an hour ago, but if I'm never gonna see it again, I got to drive away from this cloud I'm under. Keep between the lines and go as fast as I can. Hear her goodbye, echo like a rolling thunder. I can't move on if I stay right where I am. Speeding past the church, the Main Street Sonic, and the football field. Everything here's got your memory on it, and it always will. We were born and raised on this sacred ground, and I thought we'd settle down here. It's killing my heart seeing this small town getting smaller in the rear view mirror. I got to drive away from this cloud I'm under. Between the lines and go as fast as I can. I hear her goodbye, echo like a rolling thunder. I can't move on if I stay right where I am. I hear mama say if you run away, you'll be running for the rest of your life. If I don't leave now, I don't see how I'm gonna make it through another night. I got to drive. I hear her goodbye, echo like a rolling thunder. I can't
I got to drive. I gotta drive. Headlights on, hard rain beating on a cracked windshield.
What do you say to that? My God, man.
Whoa,
You know, it's fun.
Thank you.
Cindy DeGeorge said, wow, what a vocal range. Listen, that's the bottom of his high right there, too, man. That guy ain't even hitting his high notes.
That's hilarious.
That's the freaking, that's his passaggio. That's his passage right there. Just getting past that passaggio, as they would call it, or the passage, the bridge of the voice. Are you kidding? The guy hasn't even gotten to his high notes. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
That was killer, Tom.
That was awesome, dude. I mean,
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Darren.
Amazing. I have it on Spotify when I drive to do Uber on the weekends, and I'm always cranking that song in the car. And
Roger, I got to hear you go for that big note drive. I need to hear you try to sing that drive part right now.
Drive.
Go for it. Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's pretty close, man. It's pretty daggum close.
Karaoke, everybody.
Beautiful, man. So, Tom, what's coming up here for you, buddy? I know you got a lot of stuff, but like anything in the next like days or weeks without going too far out? What you up to? You just relaxing or?
Well, I've got the 70s rock and romance cruise coming up with Jason Sheff.
No, you leave tomorrow, right?
Huh?
You leave tomorrow? No,
we live in Nashville, leaving Nashville on the 21st. And then after that, then another week in Vegas for the residency thing. And then after that, a week in Phoenix, Arizona, just bouncing around to different clubs. So going to be at Whiskey Row, going to be at CB Live.
Come to Boise. We got some venues up here.
I would love to. Call me. Let's make it happen.
Boise. Come to Boise.
Come to Boise.
I'll hook you up with my manager, Dwayne Brown. Another big shout out to Jimmy Ritchie for producing that song. I just want to shout out to him and all the guys that played on it. Shannon Forrest and Jordan Moat and Mike Johnson and Michael Rhodes. All those guys, man, they just made that track what it was. And Chris Dubois wrote it with me and I'm just
listen to these names.
I know, right?
Those guys are just great people and just surrounded by it wouldn't be what it is had it not been for those guys being who they are. So,
exactly. Well, yeah, that's part of it. I mean, you just played it acoustically and, it holds its weight. But yeah, that production, dude, I'm with you. Now we can talk technical, but we won't. But I loved it. Sonically, it was incredible. And I've still got to play that Luke 2 one of these days. I got to just get it in my hand. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger and getting one of those, man. I think I got to get one of those.
Dude, show up to sound check anytime, man. You can play mine.
And you got a Tyler too, don't you? Or is
I got a couple of those. The Flats guys bought me a couple of those James Tylers. And Gary walked up to me one day. He said, we're going to buy you a couple of Tyler guitars. I want to pick out what you want. And so they built them custom for me. And those guys were better to me than I could have ever hoped for or asked, man. It was awesome. You
know what's funny about that, James? And they have, but I mean, I'm just saying what's funny about that James Tyler. I remember, back in the 80s and seeing the James Tyler, seeing the Anderson, seeing all the, boutique guitars. And I just was like, look at that. It's the ugliest looking headstock I've ever seen on this James Tyler. It's like the most bulky, crazy, weird thing. And then I heard it and I'm like, shoot, you know what? That thing looks pretty, man. That headstock looked beautiful after I heard the sound of that thing. And James Tyler, please don't take that the wrong way. That's your signature thing, man. That thing's almost the size of the body of the guitar. I love it, man. Probably would add some of the resonance.
They're different looking, man. They're different, but man, they play great. They in tune, man. Like you leave it in the case for 6 months, you pick it up, and this thing's still in tune. It's wild.
God, I hope we're that way. 6 months in the case, and then we're still in tune. But anyway. All right, buddy.
All right, Tom Yankton, thank you so much for joining us. We had a blast having you back on the show, and we're gonna have to invite you again, obviously. But
anytime, man. Maybe when that Generation Radio record comes out, a couple of us can come on here and play one of those songs for you.
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love it. We would love it. All right, Tom, take care. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Love you, Mom, Dad. Mom and Dad are watching. Got to say hey to them. Love you,
Mom and Dad.
Hey, Mom and them.
Thanks for having us on.
Say hi to your mom and him.
All right.
Wow, how about that guy, man? For
Oh
a
my
frickin'
God,
singer.
amazing voice. I mean, he's like you said, he's got the range and he's like the utility guy for all these bands. I mean, he's played with Rascal Flatts and a bunch of other great artists out there. But, and when he was on Generation Radio, I mean, he was belting out some Journey songs and stuff like that. I was just like, I was blown away.
Well, listen, man, I mean, I'm not tooting my horn here. I've grown up around the best singers in LA, the tenors, and I'm not just talking about my brother. I'm talking about, the Bobby Kimballs. I've sat in the studio watching my brother and these guys like sing harmonies and all this crazy stuff. This guy's on that level, man. He just, it's just, he is that much of an incredible musician. I mean, he really is. I mean, all the way around, playing, guitar playing, singing, and everything. He's just one of those guys, man. He can hold his weight. He can get up there and sing. Well, everybody's heard it. They've watched Generation Radio. Yeah. Watch him sing a song. You tell me.
Yeah. He's such a humble person, so down to earth. When I first met him in Vegas, I mean, he was such a cool guy. He's like, yeah, man, come on, let's exchange numbers. I'll come
sweetheart, man.
And then he calls me on New Year's Eve to wish me a happy new year and he apologized he couldn't make it for our holiday show. And I was like, hey, it's all cool, but you know what? I mean, when we talk about genuine people, I mean, he definitely, fits that category. I mean,
you can tell when someone's faking it, man, and sniff it out a million miles away. But
absolutely,
that's a good guy, man. And incredible. So, wow, what an evening, huh?
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. We had Chad Brock here, Tom Yankton, of course, the Shenanigans Gangs was here.
Yeah.
And Frankie with his crazy weather forecast and his predictions. Who would have thought 2031 that
let's see who's in that chat really quick. Anybody have any?
We got Millie Gamble Kahn, which is she's new.
Yeah. Millie.
And Cliff, Cindy, they're all in there still. Everybody's all chatting away. But yeah, we're gonna be off next Sunday for Super Bowl. Or this Sunday. We'll be back a week. Carly Rogers is going to join us, and Chris Rodriguez, who's also part of Generation Radio. We're going to talk country music. I guess he's played with some great country artists, and we'll talk about that a week from Sunday. So,
who do we predict? Let's look at the chat. Who's going to win this Super Bowl? Everybody, throw it up.
All right,
there
guys,
really
who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Let's see what you think. Let's throw it up in the chat. Throw it up in the chat. Leave the corn out when you throw up. When you throw up, make sure there's no corn in there. Isn't that weird when you throw up and like there's corn and you're like, I didn't even need any corn. Anyway,
it's funny. Frankie goes LA Rams because he's closer to you guys. But what are you talking about?
John Swartz says Cincy. Yeah, Cincy. Cincy's got a lot on the line, man. They were like the worst team 2 years ago. I think they only won like 2 games, and here they are 2 years later. And the Rams, yes, man. I mean, wow, incredible. Yeah. So let's see here. Cincy. All right. I guess Don Swartz is the only one with an opinion on the football game. Thank you, Don Swartz.
We'll find out if they win. We'll find out on Sunday. And,
and who knows? Crazy.
We might do a Facebook Live. You never know that night after the game.
Ooh, wow.
You never know.
There's Millie. Cincinnati.
Millie says Cincinnati.
Cincy. Yeah.
Don Joseph says never really truly owned corn. Okay.
Don Joseph's probably going. Don Joseph's going Cincy. Thinking no, it's Cincy, dude, not Cincy. Cincy.
Tom Yankton is in the chat room. He says hopefully the
Bengals. Yeah, look at him. Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping, listen, man, I got a lot of family members and everybody, Cali that are, but the Rams switched around, man. I mean, they moved from LA.
St. Louis, LA.
St. Louis. Yeah. So it's like, but it would be cool to see, I mean, nobody expected these two teams to be there. Well, of course their fans did, but I'm just in general, they hoped that they would be there, but they were like, what, 3rd seed? They weren't even like all the 1st seed teams are like got smoked somehow.
No Brady this year.
No Brady.
And he's gone. He's gone for good now. So there'll never be a Brady anymore.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully the Bengals. Well, anyway.
All right, guys, we will be
heck
back
of a show.
Week and a half. This is our launch week. We got great guests coming up February 27th. It's frontmen of country music. We got Tim Rushlow of Little Texas, Richie McDonald of Lone Star, and Larry Stewart of Restless Heart. It will be one night you don't want to miss. Put it on your calendar. Frontmen of country music will be live here on the Roger the Wild Child Show.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart.
Who are you talking to, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, who else would
happy
I be
Valentine's
talking
Day to you, Darren.
I got all awkward there for him for a minute. It's okay.
Right.
He's like, who are you talking to there? I was talking to me. Anyway.
For Frankie McDonald, the Shenanigans Gang. Also, Elise Harper will be back a week from Sunday. And Tom Yankton, Chad Brock, along with my amazing co-host, my sidekick, Darren, the feed mill guy. I'm Roger the Wild Child, PTL, GIG, everyone.
PTL, man, gig. Yeah, go ahead and plug everything you can. Anything that you do in this world, plug it.
All
Let
right.
people
We'll
know
see,
what's
guys.
going on.
Bye-bye.